cultural things just ever get that feeling? Like some cultural things just don't add up. Like we're missing something.
Yeah, totally. It's easy to just go, oh, that's primitive or that's so backward.
Right. But what if there's a reason, a real practical reason for those head-scratcher moments?
It's amazing how often it comes down to the environment, the resources people have to work with. It's fascinating.
And that's what we're tackling today, those cultural riddles. And our guide is Marvin Harris's Cows, Pigs, Wars, and Witches.
Oh, such a good one.
Right. It's a wild ride through cultures and challenges how we see things.
Totally. Harris always wanted to go deeper. Look beyond the surface, find the real reasons.
Economics, ecology, he made those connections.
He did.
And right off the bat, he hooks you with this story. He's talking to his students, thinks he's explained this whole thing about why Hindus don't kill cows. And bam! A student hits him with, okay, but what about why Jewish people don't eat pork?
Classic. It's like all these cultural puzzles are linked, right? You can't solve one without the other.
Totally. And Harris gets that. Each custom gets its own chapter, its own deep dive.
Love that.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start?
How about the sacred cow in India?
Okay, yeah.
Harris paints this picture of farmers struggling, but they won't harm a cow. Police rounding up strays, farmers decorating their cows with garlands, like family, even calendars with women, beautiful women, depicted as cows, milk practically shooting out of them. It's a lot.
It makes you think, right? Especially when you consider the average Indian cow, a zebu, produces less than 500 pounds of milk a year.
Wow.
Compare that to over 5,000 for American cows.
Huge difference.
And get this, half of India's cows don't give ANY milk. It's crazy.
So in a place with so much hunger, this reverence for cows seems, well, crazy. Has it ever made you wonder, about why some foods are taboo in some places and delicacies in others?
All the time.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. And it leads right to Harris's big argument. He finds this government report, and it says India's short on oxen.
Oxen.
Yeah. And they need those for plowing, right?
For the farms.
Exactly.
And oxen are.
Male cattle.
Ah, okay. It's all starting to click together now.
Right. So no matter how unproductive a cow seems, they won't kill it. Ensures they've got oxen for the future.
Long game.
It's like a cultural insurance policy.
I like that. And we're talking about zebu cattle. Small, with those humps on their backs.
Adapted to India perfectly.
Yeah.
Way more resilient, especially during droughts, which happen a lot.
Or losing an ox during a famine.
Devastating for a farmer. Protecting even a cow that doesn't give milk suddenly makes sense.
Wow. Everything's connected. Culture, the environment, their livelihoods.
Completely.
But just like the environment shapes how we see cows, it affects our view of another animal, the pig.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's a whole other cultural mystery to unpack.
It is funny, isn't it? How the pig can be this beloved pet.
Yeah.
But then in other places, it's like, no way, you can't eat that.
Totally. And you start to think, okay, there's got to be something more to this.
Like, it's not just random.
Exactly. And if Harris's book has taught me anything, it's that culture. Rarely arbitrary. So let's dig into this whole pig thing.
Yes.
Where do we even start with this love-hate relationship?
Well, Harris looks at a bunch of different cultures.
Right.
But what about the Jewish and Muslim taboo? That's one a lot of people know. Going way back, rooted in their traditions.
It's still so strong.
I know. It makes you think about the power of belief, right?
But is it just faith? Is there something more to it than that?
Well, some scholars, they've tried to explain it rationally,
Uh-huh.
Maimonides, he said it was all about health. Like undercooked pork could make you sick.
Oh.
But even some Jewish thinkers were like, nope, that's not it. It's a divine rule.
A sacred mystery. So, end of story. I feel like Harris wouldn't stop there.
Oh, no. He kept going. He found that for the Middle East, the pig taboo makes total sense.
Really? In what way?
The environment. Think about it. Pigs don't do well in the desert.
Right, right.
They can't handle the heat. They need water. They compete for food. Not exactly who you want around in a tough environment.
Yeah. Tough look for the pig. And I'm guessing herding them across the desert wasn't like a fun time.
No, not at all. So, yeah, the environment, it shapes these things in ways we don't expect.
It really does. But I don't want people thinking pigs are universally hated.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because Harris, he takes us to New Guinea.
Okay.
And the Sambaga people there, Totally different story. They have so much love for their pigs.
Really?
It's amazing.
What, like they keep them as pets?
Well, maybe not pets, but Harris talks about how the women, they dedicate so much to these pigs, like half their day is spent taking care of them.
You're kidding.
Feeding them, cleaning up after them. It's a huge commitment.
Wow, why? What's the reason for all that?
It all comes back to the environment and how they live. See, that Sambaga, they're big on gardening, horticulture, and pigs.
Yeah.
They're essential to keeping the soil fertile.
No, interesting.
It's all connected.
Like the pig is part of the system.
Exactly. And they do sacrifice the pigs eventually. Huge rituals, feasts, the whole community.
Heiko, they call it.
Right, Kaiko. But it's about more than just the food. It's sharing resources, keeping everyone connected.
A social thing, too.
Exactly. So from taboo to treasured, the pig really shows how our worldview is shaped.
By the world around us, totally.
And speaking of worldview, get ready for this. Harris says even primitive warfare has a logic to it.
Primitive warfare.
Okay.
Now, this is interesting. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
All right, so we're back. And we left off talking about primitive warfare, which sounds kind of crazy, right? How can war, especially without tanks and bombs, have any logic to it?
Right. You think it'd be chaos, all emotion, no plan.
Exactly. But Harris is saying even that kind of war, it's not just random violence. There's a reason.
It really makes you rethink things, huh? Like, our ideas about human nature, we think of war as anger, revenge, wanting to be the top dog.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's there. But Harris says there's usually something deeper going on, even in those, what do you call them, primitive societies.
So what are we talking about here? What kind of deeper reason could there be for war?
Okay, so picture this. The marrying people of New Guinea, they have these wars, right? And they'll tell you it's about revenge, honor, the usual stuff. But Harris, he starts to notice something. These wars, they're actually keeping things in check.
Keeping what in check?
Their pigs and their population.
Hold on, wait a minute. War to control pigs and people. That doesn't make any sense.
It seems crazy, right? But it's about balance. Remember the Sambaga, how important pigs are to them.
Right, right.
Too many pigs, though. Suddenly you're running out of food. Same goes for people. You can't have more mouths to feed than the land can support.
So they go to war to thin out the herd, so to speak.
In a way, yes. Harris, he noticed something. After a war, they wouldn't go back to the same numbers as before.
Really?
They'd actually aim for less. Fewer pigs, fewer people. Trying to stay within what the environment could handle.
Wow. That's actually really smart. Planning for the long term, like they realize too much growth will backfire.
Exactly. It's called carrying capacity. Basically, how many of a species a place can handle without everything going bad.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a pond. Too many fish. They eat everything, pollute the water, everyone loses.
Right, right.
Same for us, how much can the planet take? It's relevant even today. Climate change, running out of resources.
Totally. We hit those limits, there are consequences.
For sure. Makes you think, with all our progress, maybe we forgot those old lessons about not taking too much.
It's true. And you were saying the marching, they regulated people and pigs.
Yeah.
How does war, which is mostly about, fighting other warriors, how does that affect the number of people?
That's where it gets, well, sad, to be honest. Turns out these wars, they lead to more baby girls dying.
Oh, wow. That's awful. I don't get it, though. What does it have to do with anything?
Think about it. War's tough. No food. Everything's unstable. Families just trying to get by. And sometimes, in those situations, well, baby girls were more likely to be let go.
You mean?
It's harsh. But it was about making sure those who could survive, who could help the community later on, they had a chance.
Man, that's heavy. You really don't think about those choices people had to make just to survive.
No, you don't. And Harris, he doesn't sugarcoat it. He compares this primitive war, which is brutal but has this logic, to nuclear war. He says, with something like that, there's no coming back, no ecological benefit, just destruction.
It's scary to think about. We've built all this, but have we outpaced our ability to actually deal with the consequences?
Right. And it goes back to that carrying capacity.
Yeah.
How much can we handle?
So we talked about cows, pigs, even war. What's the takeaway? What connects all these cultural riddles?
Perspective, I
Yeah.
think. What we see as weird, maybe even wrong, it can make sense when you see it through their eyes. The environment, what they need, how they survive. It's about being humble, trying to understand the why behind the what.
Like, don't judge a cultural practice till you've walked a mile in their shoes.
Exactly that.
We talk a lot about empathy, but this really takes it to a whole other level.
It really does.
So, to everyone listening, think about this. What seems strange or irrational in your world? What happens when you get curious about your own backyard? That's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for listening and keep exploring.